Okay, so this is actually a really exciting moment for me because I finally get to reveal two things. One, the actual official launch of the BTBRV tongue weight scale 1,000 pound version. So this is the slightly lighter duty version of the tongue weight scale that we already offer through eTrailer.com, my official channel sponsor, and they're actually the folks manufacturing this. So they're the ones that take care of all the distribution of it, the sales, the returns, warranty related stuff. They take care of everything, which is super awesome, and I wouldn't want anybody else to handle that other than them. So again, 1,000 pound capacity tongue weight scale from BTBRV. Now, it's very likely you've seen this bad boy on my channel and possibly on other YouTube channels and on eTrailer, or you might own one yourself. If you do, drop a comment below. I'd love to know what your feedback is on this if you've gotten it. This is actually the second generation tongue scale, but the first generation of the BTBRV version of it, where I took your feedback as viewers and we integrated this really cool little foot that can actually extend and retract to be able to meet the height of most trailer couplers so you can level out your trailer as much as possible. That was probably the only feedback that we got from folks whenever we were trying to develop the next generation, was the fact that it needed to have a foot that could extend, mainly because there were a lot of scenarios where the trailer was either nose high or nose low whenever we were checking the weight. It goes all the way up to 2,000 pounds, and this is the heavier weight version. So if you get this, folks at eTrailer sell it with a bag, and they also sell it with a snap pad on the bottom of it. So if you're looking for, you know, a rubber protection piece on the bottom, they offer that. Now, keep in mind, though, anytime you're using this, you need to chalk the tires of your RV. You need to make sure it's straight, that there's no tension on the axles, that it's not going to shift one way or the other whenever you put the weight on it. I've shown you guys in videos what can happen if you do. It can cause the whole front end to swing one way or the other. So you don't want that to happen. But chalking your tires, making sure there's no tension on your suspension is the most important. And then the next part is, once you use this, only lift your tongue jack maybe, you know, 1/4 inch off the ground. You just basically want to lift it enough off the ground to where this gets a reading of the full capacity of your coupler. So most of the times it's just barely off the ground. That's all it takes. And by doing so, you also mitigate the chance that if this were to become unstable, it would land on the actual tongue jack of the RV or trailer, and you don't have to worry about falling over on you. But this is the original. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so again, the packaging. I love the packaging. Check this out. BTBRV. This is where they put the label. You got a little note from me on here as well. This is really cool. I love the fact that it's branded in such a bold way, and it actually has a picture of the surveyor on it. That is awesome, right? So if you watch the channel and you're like, hey, you know what, I really want the nostalgia of this, you might keep the box if it means anything to you. Let's get this unboxed so you can see what's inside. Oh, might come open from the end. Let's see if that does it. There we go. And if you're wondering what knife I have, it's this really cool Leatherman that has a Phillips head screwdriver, a slotted screwdriver, and a pick. This thing is really, really cool. I love having a Phillips head screwdriver on a knife. All right. Get the bag off of it. You got your instructions right here. You also have the nice little warning that comes with it. Ensure that the trailer is on flat level ground. Pull the trailer forward 5 feet to settle the suspension. Chalk the tires front and back on both sides. And again, this right here is an important step. You don't want to turn your trailer back into a parking spot, unhitch, drive off, and then try to use this, because your axles and your hubs are essentially going to be under tension. So the minute you take weight off the front, it's going to want to swing over. And that's a legitimate thing to be concerned about. So you definitely want to be sure you do this. And in addition, chalk the tires. All right, again, the key here is you're not lifting your factory tongue jack very off the ground, just barely off the ground so the weight rests on here. But check this bad boy out. Is that thing not pretty? It is not adjustable in height. It is all steel construction, so there's not the aluminum shaft that the original has. It's got a solid foot on the bottom of it. Has a scale on it that goes all the way up to 1,000 pounds, and it is branded BTBRV. All black except for the decal. And then this is how you apply the weight to the top of it. Now, I've just recently done a video utilizing this. I made a video showing you guys how this works. This video is basically to tell you it's available. You can buy it now, eTrailer.com. I'm going to throw a link in the description of this video if this is something you're interested in. It's quite a bit less expensive than this version over here. It's a little bit heavier, again, because it's all steel. Some people may appreciate that. Again, you don't have quite the height adjustability compared to the two. This one sticks up probably about 5 to 6 inches more when it's at its maximum height level. But at the end of the day, this one's going to accomplish what a lot of folks are going to need, especially for travel trailers, all the way up to about 9,000 pounds, mainly because, you know, you want to transfer roughly 10, maybe 15%. If you're transferring 15%, you're going to go over this one and you want to go to this bad boy right here. But if you have a 5, 6, 7, 8,000 pound trailer, this should be more than enough to give you a really accurate readout of what your actual tongue weight is transferring to the back of your tow vehicle, so you can try to get as close to that ideal 10, 15% weight as possible, so you just avoid bad things happening, right? You have a much lower chance that you're going to have any type of sway related issues. You have a much lower chance that you're going to have instability, problems like that. So checking out your tongue weight is super, super important. I know that there are other products on the market. I know WaySafe makes a phenomenal hitch that has a scale built in, but if you have multiple trailers, or perhaps you don't have a WaySafe because you love B&W, or you like Gen Y, or you like Bulletproof, or CURT, or a number of other hitches that are on the market, this is really great because you use it just for the purpose of checking the tongue weight. You get everything dialed in, and then you use the hitch that's on your truck, or the weight distribution hitch that you plan on using. So again, I'm not trying to pressure anybody into getting this. I'm just letting you know that the lighter duty version of it is out. So now you have two to choose from. You have the standard 2,000 pound capacity version that has the adjustable foot on it, and then you have the new lighter duty version going up to 1,000 pounds without the adjustable foot, all steel design, more sleek really overall. But I'd love to know your feedback. Please let me know. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you've used the original, if you own the original, if you preferred this one. There's a lot of folks who have emailed me and asked when this one's coming out. So it's out now, and you can get it. I'll put a link in the description. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed the video. Big shout out to my channel sponsor, eTrailer.com, who actually co-developed this. They actually developed most of it. They just called me up occasionally and asked me what I liked and if we were ready to go with it. And after like 2 years, we finally got this to market. I learned a lot about product development over that period of time, making sure things are tested properly, making sure things will hold up the right way, making sure the finishes are durable, dealing with all sorts of different things you never thought you'd have to deal with until you actually have to deal with them. Anyways, guys, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.